If you plan on taking the Virgin Voyages cruise Scarlet Lady from Barcelona, especially for the first time, this video is for you. In this video, I will be sharing everything that I wish I knew before I took this trip, everything from what to pack, what time to board, what hotel to do, how you should go about your excursions, and everything in between. So if you are taking this cruise or have any plans on taking this cruise anytime in the future, keep watching. Hi, my name is Kendra Michelle. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I recently took a trip to Barcelona to board the Virgin Voyages cruise Scarlet Lady. It was an amazing 7-day voyage. I have 3 videos currently uploaded on my channel, all about my trip, everything from the day before, what flight I took, all that information is in those videos. I will be sharing a little bit of information in these videos, but if you want to see my trip, make sure you go ahead and click the links below in the description box so that you can see all of the videos from my trip. So let's jump right into it. In this video, I want to share some quick tips and tricks with you guys to make sure you have the best trip ever. So before you even embark on the cruise, make sure you download the Virgin Voyages app, because there you will be getting all of your updates about your excursions, about your cruise, sailor tips, anything that you need to know about the cruise is going to be there. Make sure you are constantly checking your email, because they release different types of packages for the cruise. And if you're not paying attention to those emails, you will miss out. For instance, they have a champagne pop service where you're able to shake your phone. There's this app, you can shake your phone and then they'll bring you a bottle of champagne whenever you choose to activate that on board. And they also have like a special reception for that. Well, we missed out on it because we were not paying attention to the emails. So make sure you are paying attention to the emails. Make sure you download the app as soon as possible and log in all of your information so that you don't miss out on any of those shore excursions or things that you are able to do on board. I definitely recommend British Airways if you're looking for an airline to travel with. It was very comfortable. We did the premium economy. If you want to know more about that, I do have a video on my channel to just kind of go more in depth about how premium economy works and all the perks that comes with it. But definitely recommend British Airways. I didn't have any issues. My luggage was overweight coming and going, and I did not have to pay any extra fees. I don't know if they just let us slide or if they always do that. But they were very accommodating and didn't make a big deal about that. So that's something that I really appreciated. We decided to come to Barcelona a day before so that we can enjoy the city. Whatever city that you're docking in, you know, once you board, they're not going to take you around that city. So it's up to you to make your plans ahead of time, how you want to tour that specific area. So for us, we decided to come a day before so that we can enjoy the city. We went to dinner. We enjoyed our hotel. We stayed at the Almanac Barcelona. I definitely recommend. This hotel we booked through the American Express Fine Hotels program. So if you do have American Express, I definitely recommend going through their Fine Hotels program and booking at the Almanac. This is not a paid sponsorship at all. I wish it was. It can be. American Express, holla at your girl. But really enjoyed our experience there. It's a beautiful hotel. It's right in the heart of the city, around everything from shopping, dining, sightseeing, everything you need. It was literally walking distance from that hotel. They provided top tier service. So like I said, if you want to know more information about that, make sure you click the description box below. But once it was our embarking day, we pulled up to the Virgin Voyages ship, and do give you a boarding time. So I would advise you to go according to your boarding time, or else you'll just be waiting. So when we arrived about 15 minutes before our boarding time. And when we got in line, our boarding time, I believe, was at, I think it was 2:30 or 3 o'clock. There was people already in line. We got there. Okay, so if it was at 2:30, we must have arrived at 2:15. People were already in the 4 o'clock line. They're not going to let you in before 4 o'clock. The earliest you might be able to get in is maybe 15, 20 minutes before your actual time, if they're able to get through all of the lines. So going an hour, 2 hours ahead of time is not going to make your process go any faster. So I recommend that you go at the time that they give you, or 15 to 20 minutes prior. I don't know what time and year you're going to be traveling out there, but during the time that I went, which was in the end of June, it was very hot. Very, very hot. So I definitely recommend you bring some type of electrical fan. I do have an electrical fan link in the description box. It's on my Amazon storefront if you want to purchase, because listen, you need a portable AC, okay? So that's one of the things that I recommend that you bring is a portable AC with you, which is the little turbo fan that I have in the description box. Definitely you're gonna need it. I saw people with little eyelash fans and that's not gonna cut it. You need something powerful. We were in Barcelona during the time of the heat wave, so that could make a difference, but the weather is very hot, so make sure you bring a fan. Anywho, back to boarding. The boarding process was pretty simple. I definitely recommend that you print out your luggage tags. They send you your luggage tags ahead of time. They advise you to print it out. And if you do print your luggage tags, you get to skip a major part of the line. So if you don't print your luggage tags, you're gonna have to stand in a line to get your luggage tags put on your luggage and then get back in the line to go ahead and board the ship. So make sure that you print your luggage tags. Even if you just print it on a sheet of paper, they will put the luggage tags on for you. So number one, make sure you print your luggage tags ahead of time. After that, the boarding process is pretty much smooth. And just make sure you don't forget your passport. I mean, you got to use your passport to get to Barcelona. Make sure you keep that on your person at all times. And just be prepared. Have all of your things ready so that it just makes the process a lot easier. So like I talked about before, with the Virgin Voyages app, you are able to check in ahead of time. So you're able to upload all of your documents, take a photo, and make sure you have checked all the boxes in the app. This also allows for your process to go a lot smoother. Also, in the app ahead of time, they will send you an email or send you an update on the app to let you know that booking is now available for restaurants. As soon as the booking opens, make sure you book your restaurants. You kind of have to think about your schedule ahead of time. So with booking your excursions, I recommend that you do that ahead of time. Whether you're booking your excursions through Virgin Voyages, shore excursions, which those shore excursions book very quickly. We were actually unable to book any of our shore excursions through Virgin Voyages because we missed the mark. But I do have a link in my description box if you want to use Viator. That is what I use to book most of my excursions. I also use Click-a-Boat if you want to do any boat rentals in any of the cities. We decided to rent a boat in Cannes, France, which I definitely recommend. I will have that information in the description box, but any of the excursions that you want to book that are not available through Virgin, you can also book through Viator, and there's a couple other websites as well, but I definitely recommend Viator. I use them in every country that I go to, as well as Click-a-Boat. So back to the app, make sure you go ahead and book out your reservations for dinner. My favorite restaurants, I would say Extra Virgin. If you like Italian food, it was really good. Gun Bay is very fun. All of their appetizers were delicious, but it's a very fun experience. Don't worry, if you have a smaller group, they will pair you with another group, and it's a good way to meet a lot of your other shipmates and just have a really good time. Also, Pink Agave is their Mexican food restaurant. Really good, beautiful view. If we got a seat by one of the windows, and it was just a really cute, very fun experience. All of the restaurants to me are good. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, all of the food on the ship was amazing. Razzle Dazzle you can go to for brunch, as well as dinner. During dinner time, it is Lotus, which is their Asian cuisine. All of the appetizers, all of the starters for Lotus, delicious. Now the entrees I didn't really care for, but all of the starters, just get all of them, okay? It's an all-inclusive trip, so make sure you taste everything. The test kitchen was a very fun experience, but the food is small bites, so you might want to go to the galley afterwards and grab something else to eat. But it was a very unique experience, different flavors that I've never had before. So you just have to keep an open mind. I definitely also recommend the drink pairing that comes with that. Speaking of drinks, you can also, if you want to have coffee or alcoholic drinks, you can pay a tab. So you can have a drink tab that you pay ahead of time so that you don't have to worry about buying each drink when you are on board. Everybody has their own threshold of how many drinks that they want a day, and you can kind of calculate anywhere from $10 to $15 for your drinks, how many you're going to have per day, and then you can put your drink tab. So most people did anywhere from $300 to $500 for the entire week. And that's between two people. So it just depends on how much you drink and how much you want to turn up. But also keep in mind, if you're like myself and you are on this cruise to experience all of the stops, you're not going to be on the ship all day. So you're calculating your drinks for what you're going to maybe have at dinner, or if you come back early and go to the pool, you're not going to be there just drinking all day. Well, I don't know. That's your business if that's what you want to do. But if you are planning to get off the ship on each of the cities, you're going to be spending most of your time in the city. So make sure you make account for that as well. Also, when you're booking your dinner, make sure you take into account, look at the schedule, look at what time you're going to be in each city and what excursions you're going to do, because that will determine what time you have dinner. For my group, we decided to do late dinner. We knew that we would be out every day that we docked. So we did our dinner times anywhere between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So I recommend that if you know that you're going to be out for the full day, you want to be able to come back and shower and change for dinner, just make sure that you account for that in your time when you are booking your reservations. Also, if you're traveling with other couples or other groups, you can link all of your shipmates in your app. So have everyone download the app, enter all of their information, and then you can go in and add people to your group, add people to your contacts, so that when you make your reservations, it's all linked in one. So that is a nice perk that I like. The app is great. It has a lot on there that you can navigate through. So make sure you download the app and get familiar with it. It's really going to help you out a lot. So again, with the reservations for the restaurant, you can book them once you're on board, but I don't recommend it. I definitely recommend you book your reservations ahead of time as soon as they open up, because a lot of these restaurants are popular and people might want to go 1 or 2 times during their voyage. Also, if there's a restaurant you really, really want to go to, I would book that restaurant on the day at sea, because you know you're already going to be there. You're not going to miss the reservation. Also, when you're packing, it's time to pack. It's time to get everything together. Make sure you don't forget your red for Scarlet Night. This is the epic Scarlet Night party where everyone wears red and everyone is out by the pool. There's an amazing show. You do not want to miss the show. So Scarlet Night is on the day at sea. So it's nice to have that so that you know you're not going to miss it. But plan accordingly for Scarlet Night, because if you want to be able to see the show, you need to get to the deck early to secure your spot. So make sure that you are planning your dinner a little bit earlier that day so that you can be available to secure your spot. Like us, we still had a late dinner because we scheduled all of our dinners late. So we kind of had to squeeze in and get in where we fit in, watch the show from other people's camera view. It was a lot, but we did end up getting to a spot towards the end. Also, for your red, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you wear something that you can get wet in, because the epic Scarlet Night ends with everyone jumping in the pool and stomping around in the water. Me and my cousin decided to go in the water and we had a great time. It's so freeing. It's so fun just to be with everyone having a good time. It's just such a good vibe. So make sure you wear something that you can get wet in, something fun, like a little flirty dress, or short set for the guys, something nice that you could take pictures in. But also you don't want to be in a formal gown unless that's your jam. You can wear a formal gown and still jump in the water, but I definitely recommend that you jump in the water. Just don't miss out on that once in a lifetime experience. It was amazing. It was definitely a core memory for me. Also, make sure you pack your pajamas for the first night. They do have a little pajama jam in the evening at 11 p.m. It is kind of late. It's kind of late, but it's a fun time. So make sure you pack your pajamas for that. I believe those are only 2 theme parties that you need to pack for. They also have fun workouts where you can wear your 80s or 90s gear. So, I mean, it just depends on what you want to do, but all that information will be in the app. But also keep in mind while you're packing that you don't want to overpack, because you are on a ship. I believe the rooms on the Scarlet Lady are a little bit bigger than some of the other cruises that I've been on, and there's a lot of space. Sorry if you hear my son clapping in the background. That's something I cannot help. If you are new on my channel, my son has autism and he's going to clap. So that's something that we just have to ignore. Anywho, while you're packing, make sure you keep in mind that you are in a cabin. You're not in a full-size hotel room, so you don't want to have 3 and 4 luggages just taking up space in your room. So pack accordingly. You probably only need 3 bathing suits, because you're not going to be at the pool every day, because you're going to be out and about in the cities. So maybe 2 to 3 bathing suits, a couple of nice things for dinner, nothing too crazy. You don't need ball gowns. There's no formal dinners on this cruise. So if you just want to have something really nice because your group or you're a couple, whatever, or you decided that that's what you want to wear, that's fine. But there's no formal like captain's dinner or anything like that on this type of cruise. So casual wear is fine. So you don't have to like overpack and just have all this crazy amounts of stuff. But what you should definitely pack are essentials. Like, don't forget your sunscreen. Make sure you bring a hat. Make sure you pack your turbo fan. Make sure you pack something for that tummy, because our stomachs don't always agree with things while we're traveling. I didn't have any stomach issues on this trip. I feel like the food was very good, very clean, way better than the food in America, in my opinion. I didn't experience any bloating or anything like that. So, but make sure you pack just in case, something for the tummy, something for a little gas, you know, some Tylenol, Advil, anything that you might need medication wise. I'm sure they have it on board as well, but it's going to be a premium price. So make sure you pack that. Make sure you pack hydration packs or liquid IV, because like I said, depending on what time of year you go, it's extremely hot. So you want to make sure that you're staying hydrated and you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you pack vitamins, because you are on a cruise, right? You're with a bunch of people from all over the world, bringing all kind of things with them. So make sure you pack your vitamins. Make sure you pack everything that essential that you may need. Sunscreen is key. Always put that in your bag first. Your sunscreen, your hat, your sunglasses, a cute little fanny pack. Not nothing too flashy, because remember, you're a tourist. You don't want to look like, you don't want to look like a tourist necessarily. So nothing too flashy, something comfortable. Make sure you have comfortable shoes. Make sure you have comfortable shoes. So if you are going to be doing a lot of tours in Rome, you're going to do a lot of walking. When I check my Apple Watch, I walked about 5 miles a day. Okay. So you're getting in plenty of exercise, all the pasta and paella and everything you're going to be eating in Italy and Spain, you're walking it all off. But make sure you pack accordingly. You want to have comfortable walking shoes, some sandals. Ladies, if you want to bring heels, you can, maybe one pair, but it's a cruise. You really don't need a whole bunch of pair of heels. If you are a fashionista and you're just wanting to take a whole bunch of pictures, then by all means. But I really don't think you need a whole bunch of pairs of heels. I brought two. I really could have just brought one pair, but do with that what you will. But those are the essential things that I would say that you need to pack. Again, just to go over it: walking shoes, a pair of sandals, a hat, sunglasses, a fanny pack or something, a satchel, some type of crossbody, something easy to maneuver and keep close to your body. Because remember, people do pickpocket and things when you are going on tour. So you make sure that you can have something close to your person, and then just pack light. Also, really quickly before make sure you pack a water bottle that you can refill, because it's like I said, it's extremely hot. You want to stay hydrated. For myself, I didn't bring my huge Stanley. I brought like a 20-ounce water bottle, because I was able to carry that around with me. I was able to slip it in the side of my satchel, so I was able to carry it, because it's very hot. So if you're just bringing a bottle of water that you buy, it's going to get hot by the moment. Also, in Rome, they have these fountains that produce fresh spring water. It's so delicious. There's fountains everywhere, and you can use your own water bottles to fill them up. So I also would recommend the collapsible water bottles. I have them linked in the description box. You can purchase those collapsible water bottles, so it's easy for you to pack away with you once you drink the water. So I also want to make sure I mentioned that before I forgot. So when you're planning your excursions, make sure you think about ahead of time, what are some things that you want to do. The first stop on the trip is Cannes, France. So for myself and my husband, we really wanted to do a boat day, because the French Riviera is so beautiful. They took us to this beautiful lagoon where you can get out the water and swim. The water feels amazing. So we wanted to make sure that we booked that. So again, like I talked about before, I'll have Click a Boat in the description box. I'll also put our captain's information. So if you want to book the specific boat that we booked, I definitely recommend it. Also, we booked a perfume experience, which was amazing. It was a 5-minute walk from the train station that we went to board our boat. So we walked over to the perfumery after we got back to the train station. We took an hour class and we created and bottled our own perfume. or fragrance. My husband did a cologne, I did a perfume. But it was an amazing experience, and I definitely recommend it if you're looking for something to do in Cannes. You can book that through Viator as well. And then going over to Marina de Carpa. Now, one thing about Marina de Carpa, it says it's Tuscany, but Tuscany is actually 45 minutes to an hour away from where the boat docks. So you want to make sure you plan accordingly. Whenever the boat docks, you need to be getting off. If you're planning to go into Florence or Tuscany or any of the other areas that are like an hour to 2 hours away, you want to make sure that you are getting off that ship as early as possible, because you have to be back on the ship. I think all aboard was maybe like 5 or 6 o'clock. So you don't really have much time. Once you drive to Florence, you'll maybe have 2 or 3 hours, and then you need to come back. So I don't know if it's for us, it was not worth it to go all the way to Florence because we were going to be spending the majority of our day in the car. So we decided to stay in Marina de Carpa. And I think it's actually called Forte de Marmi, the area that we went to. And there's a lot of shops, there's a lot of restaurants, and we had a great time. We ate gelato. We literally just enjoyed the day. There's a beach right there if you want to go to the beach. It's a lot to do in Forte de Marmi. It's a lot to do in that area. I went to Cafe de Roma, and I definitely recommend the pesto pasta. It was so delicious. I literally dream about that pasta, and I'm not a pasta girl, but I literally dream about that pasta. It is so good. So I'm glad that we decided to just kind of stay in that area, because it was more of a relaxing day for us, where we weren't really doing a whole bunch of tours and things like that. We literally just enjoyed that area that we were in. We got some delicious gelato. We went shopping. There's a beautiful Dior store. If you're into designer stores, there's a beautiful Dior location. There's a Louis Vuitton ice cream shop. There's also Louis Vuitton itself, Prada, Gucci, anything you could think of right there in that area. Then there's also cute little boutique shops that you can shop at. Now, the stores do close from 2 to 4 p.m. and some of the restaurants close from 2 to 4 p.m. as well. So make sure you plan your day accordingly. But we did a little shopping. We ate lunch. During that break, we got some gelato, and then we did the rest of our shopping and then took the shuttle back. So one thing about Virgin that's great, they do provide shuttles in certain cities. So Marina de Carpa was one of the cities that they decided to provide a shuttle service for us. Now, there's 2 shuttles. There's one shuttle that takes you directly outside of just right where that little marina is. It just takes you right outside. And then there's another shuttle that takes you all the way to Forte de Marmi. You want to take the second shuttle, not the first one. The first one, you're going to get out and be like, there's nothing here. So make sure you pay attention to all of the notes. They literally tell you what to do, but if you don't pay attention, you're going to mess up. So make sure you pay attention to all of the signage, all of the notes. Pay attention to the things, that the updates in the app. That's one other thing about the app. They give you updates all day long of what you need to do, things you need to know for the next city. So make sure you're paying attention to that, because you don't want to get lost and ruin it. It'll ruin your day. So going back to the first day, I forgot to mention this, and it's one of the most important things in my opinion. On the first day, I forget what time it is, but there is a sail-away party. And if you like champagne, this is the time where you want to make sure that you are up on deck, okay? I think it's deck 5 or deck 6 that they do the sail-away party. So I think it's either 15 or 30 minutes. There's unlimited champagne. And when I say unlimited, it's literally as much as you can drink for that time period, and it's delicious. And it's just a fun time. They're playing music. Everybody's out there dancing. It's just a really, really fun time. We had a ball at the sail-away party, and it's so beautiful to see that first take off from the dock. The water is beautiful. It's just good vibes. It's the first day. You know, the first day of the trip is like the best day because everybody's excited to be there. And it was just good vibes all the way around. There was a group there where the whole group of friends were celebrating their 40th birthday. Everybody was turning 40 in that year. Instead of doing a whole bunch of trips, they decided to do one trip. and they were so much fun. So just make sure you go to the sail away party. And if there are some people who decide to do cruises alone, this is a great time for you to meet people. One thing that Virgin Voyages also offers is the solo travelers meetup. So if you're solo traveling, there's something for you. Don't feel like you have to be left out. There's solo travelers meetup where they can decide if they want to do excursions together that day or simply hang out, go to dinner together. It's just a time for you to have like a little meetup so that you don't feel like you're alone. Some people want to be alone. That's why you solo travel. But some people solo travel literally because they're like, I'm not going to sacrifice my time. I want to go see the world and nobody wants to come with me. I'm just going to go. So for those people who do want companionship, it's available to you. So I definitely recommend that. But overall, I would say for this trip, make sure that you are getting everything that you want to get out of it. The ship has so much to offer. We were there for 7 days and I still feel like I did not get to experience the full value of the ship. There are so many nooks and crannies. The gelato is delicious. Make sure you get the gelato. Make sure you talk to people and mingle, even with the staff. We met so many amazing people from all over the world that work on the ship. We actually were sitting at brunch and the owner of Virgin was literally playing chess at a table like directly across from us, and we didn't want to disturb him, so I didn't take any pictures of anything, but it's so many amazing people on the ship. So don't be too shy. Like, make sure you get out, mix and mingle, and talk to people. You don't want to regret anything. As far as the entertainment on board, I only went to one show, and it was an immersive like dance experience. Highly recommend. It was really good. The dancers were amazing. And like I said, it's immersive. So you're in there and you can get involved in dance if you want to. They're not pushy about it. We also went to the nightclub there on the ship. It is a lot of house music, but on the night of Scarlet Night, they did play a lot of hip hop. So you got to kind of be open-minded. There's also a casino on board. There's a tattoo parlor. There's a Mac store where you can get your makeup done. There's a dry bar. They have shopping where you can buy clothing, bags, luxury bags, perfume. So many different things that you can get. One thing that I also wanted to make sure that I mentioned, if you made it this far in the video and you like to shop at designer stores or even you to go into H&M or Zara, if you go to Barcelona, make sure you go to Zara because that is the hub of Zara. But when you're shopping at these stores, make sure you bring your passport because when you're shopping overseas, we as Americans can get a VAT tax return. And with that VAT tax return, I heard from one of the sales associates, Spain has the highest return. You can get up to 15% back on your purchase. So if you're doing a $2,000, $5,000 purchase, that's a good little chunk of change, okay? So if you are planning to buy any luxury items or, like I said, even Zara, H&M, just regular stores, make sure you bring your passport so that you can get the documentation that you need to get your VAT tax return. Now, something to note about the VAT tax return is you have to do it in the city that you purchased in. So if you are buying things in Barcelona, you need to make sure you go to the airport, the train station, or the bus station, wherever you can go to complete your VAT tax return before you leave to the next city. So something while on the cruise that you have to make note of, because I forgot to do this when we left Rome. Say you're in Rome, right? You purchase a whole bunch of things. Then you get on the train to head back to the area so they can get back on the ship. Before you leave the train station, complete your VAT tax return. So make sure you leave enough time in your travel to schedule to do that. Write yourself a note, a text reminder, something to make sure you don't forget because we did forget. However, when we were leaving Barcelona, their airport did offer another option for you to mail it in. I need to ask my husband if we actually got the money back from that, but we kind of chunked it up as a loss because we forgot. It was our fault. So make sure before you leave every city that you complete your VAT tax return before you leave. Also, once you get to Ibiza, Spain, it is a lot of different things to do there. If you are a party goer, y'all already know what to do, but listen, there's a lot of conversation on the ship about, oh, what club are you going to? What club are you going to? The club experience in Ibiza is very different than a club experience in America. If you're thinking it's just a regular dance club, it's not. Okay, so make sure you do your research before you go to any of these clubs with the clubs in Ibiza, they're open to like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. There's a lot of other activities and things going on in those clubs that you may not be aware of. So if you're completely oblivious to what I'm talking about, you don't need to go. We saw people on the street purchasing cases of water, and we're like, why do they need cases of water? Apparently in the club, they sell the water for $20 a bottle. Just to get into the clubs, I think can be anywhere to like from $70 to $200 a person. There's pre-drink packages that you can purchase. So when we rounded up everything, it looked like it was going to be about $300 for my husband and I. But once we kind of like heard what the scene was like, we're like, we don't really think we need to participate in that. But if it's something that you do want to participate in, then it was recommended to go. Pasha is like the biggest club that everybody likes to go to. So it's recommended to go onto Pasha's website and pre-purchase your water, pre-purchase your drink and your tickets, because you're going to get a better deal rather than going at the door. Also, apparently, you can purchase your water outside and they'll write your name on it and put it in a designated area so that you can have your water. So that's just a little note. Ibiza is the last stop on the cruise. Like I said, is your only overnight stay. So you dock from 7 p.m. and then all aboard is at 5 p.m. the next day. And they do provide shuttles back and forth to the city. So that's great. The beach that I went to was Salinas Beach. It is about 20 minutes from the dock. There's other nicer beaches that have like, it's like a hill overlook type thing, but they said you do have to hike up those mountains to get to the overlook. Those are about an hour out, but you have time, I guess, if you want to get up early and go out to those beaches. But Salinas Beach was beautiful. There is a restaurant there called NoHo. NoHo was great. The paella was delicious. The Hugo Spritz is the drink of the summer, and theirs was delicious, as well as their sangria. You can purchase an umbrella and 2 chairs for about €40. So it was a great experience. We had a beautiful day at the beach, and it wasn't too far from the dock. So I definitely recommend that. I hope that I covered everything in this video that you may have questions about. If you do have any other questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will try to answer the questions to the best of my ability. But overall, I definitely recommend Virgin Voyages cruise line as a whole. The experience was top tier, very much luxury service. One thing also, for if you are going to order room service, it is a $10 service fee for that. So just keep in mind if you're going to order room service. But I think I covered just about everything. Also for the ladies, sorry, I forgot about this. I did not write this down. If you use washcloths to clean your body or clean your face, bring your own, because the washcloths that they provide on board have this cloth strip that says makeup on it, and it makes it really hard to do anything with that. So I would definitely recommend bringing your own washcloths if you do use washcloths. I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that for my girls that use washcloths. But yeah, I think that just about covers it. But if you guys have any further questions, like I said, make sure you leave them in the comments below. And also make sure you check out all the other videos prior to this so that you can see my trip in its entirety. I do answer a lot of questions also in those videos as well. I was trying to jog back my memory because it has been a couple of weeks since the cruise. I wanted to film this video fresh off the cruise, but life. I've been also traveling since then. I've been on 2 other trips since I left the cruise, so it's been a lot going on, but all great things. So you guys will be seeing the vlogs from those trips also after this video. So again, if you made it this far in the video and this is your first time, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoy travel vlogs, travel content, lifestyle vlogs, mommy vlogs, or anything in between, make sure you follow your girl. I am growing here on YouTube and I would love to have you a part of the family. So again, if you have any questions about anything that I talked about, hit me up in the comments, and make sure you check the description box for all of the information regarding this trip, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.